Hello, so discussion number 3 is on paranormal psychology. The first question, do you believe in ghosts? Why or why not? Personally, being Christian, I don't believe in ghosts. I believe more so in angels, demons, spirits. Ghosts are usually described as a soul of a living person or the soul of a dead person who come to visit the living. But I think that spirits are like what actually gives us life in the first place. Ghosts have been described as being an invisible presence, a translucent presence, something that's barely visible, but there's also been cases where they've been described as like something physical right in front of them, like you can see them, reach out, feel them, touch them. When people talk about experiencing a situation with a ghost, I think, because I don't believe in ghosts, that it could be some sort of like mania, or even to go so far as a mental disorder like schizophrenia, which is seeing or hearing or even feeling something that's not there. That person could also be under the influence of drugs or alcohol, or they could just have an overly active imagination, which kids do a lot specifically. So to repeat myself, I do think that ghosts can be created in our imaginations. Much like how I mentioned in the last discussion about hypnosis, I think that ghosts have the power that the person gives them. So if you believe in ghosts, you're more likely to see or hear or feel things from them because your mind is more susceptible to the idea that they do exist. I don't think that ghosts are a sign of the afterlife. I think more spirits are, but that's because I'm religious. I think that God sometimes sends us spirits, like of a loved one we've lost. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a human, like it can be a pet or something like that. But I think He sends them to remind us like that we're loved and that those people, they're still proud of us, like really just as a form of encouragement. Have I ever had an experience with a ghost? No, because like I said, I think you have to believe in ghosts to have an experience with them, and I don't. I have had multiple experiences with like spirits, specifically my grandpa's spirit a lot. He died about 2 years ago. But my grandma has a wall hanging in her kitchen. It says, "Whisper I love you to a butterfly, and it will carry your message to heaven." And since he died, butterflies seem to follow me around like everywhere. I feel like I see one 2 or 3 times a day. I also see a lot of characteristics of my grandpa and my current boyfriend, which is sitting right there. But I think that my grandpa sent me Kyle as an apology for having to leave, because there's so much that he does that my grandpa used to do, or similarities that they have, things that they like. So I've never had an experience with a ghost, like I said, more so spirits. Most interesting ghost story I've heard. So I know there's like a lot of TV shows about like paranormal, like ghost hunting, like haunted house hunting, whatever. I don't believe in any of that. I think it's all staged and made for like media production, popularity, make money. There was an interesting story that my stepsister told me. So my stepsister's younger cousin, when she was like 3, she was over at their house and she was sitting on the edge of my older sister's bed. My younger sister was there, my older sister, and my older sister's best friend at the time. And the little girl, their cousin, like was looking at my sister's closet, and she pointed at the closet and she looks at my older sister and goes, "Do you see her?" And like, I don't know what was up with that. To me, that's weird, because I've never been sent a spirit that like I could literally see. It's more like representative type stuff. So I definitely don't know what that was. Again, like I said earlier, kids definitely have more active imaginations, and she could have just been playing. But it definitely freaked them all out in the moment. Yeah, that's it.